These are like moments like that I prayed for, and like having like this family that I have.
You know, having him, going through everything that we went through, having your person, it's just like, what more do you want out of your life? Okay.
Becky Burke and her wife, Savannah, knew it would be a long process for them to have a baby.
I did an egg retrieval where she carried my egg, and then obviously we got a donor. And so that was a way for us to both feel, you know, super part of the process and super attached to him.
As the head coach of UB women's basketball, Becky was preparing for this egg retrieval process of their IVF journey, all while coaching at the Division I level.
Yeah, it's really funny because like my staff had no idea, our players had no idea that we were trying or that we were going through any of this.
What was that like, going through that, also trying to coach a basketball team all at the same time?
It's definitely not comfortable. Your ovaries become like the size of softballs, and then you're trying to generate as many eggs as possible to retrieve.
After that, Savannah prepared for the embryo transfer, hoping she would get pregnant on the first try.
She was so positive throughout the whole thing and just like so great, like reassuring me that like what we're doing it for and just like being such a great partner.
That positive mindset led to the result they'd been praying for, a positive pregnancy test.
Yay!
The phone call that changed their lives. A baby boy was on the way.
So what was it like to be able to share that news with your family and your friends and include the team as well?
She came up to the front and we pulled out our ultrasound, and it was probably one of the most memorable. Obviously with our engagement, that was phenomenal, but this was right up there with that, their reaction for sure.
Stop.
And this was really a full circle moment. Becky's team has been there through it all. Just a year ago, she proposed to Savannah on the court.
Will you marry me? Everything about our story has included our team, and so we definitely weren't going to stop with the great news.
That was back in August. The couple had a lot to look forward to as Becky was starting her second season as head coach of UB women's basketball, while Savannah was going through her pregnancy. The two were counting down the days until March 23rd, her due date, which came a lot sooner than expected. Becky was getting ready for a road game at Kent State the first week of March when Savannah started having some difficulties.
So she was obviously having some complications with some high blood pressure and things, a few weeks before he was born, and the OB was always like, just be ready, if anything gets worse or if we need you to go in at any moment, like, you guys just need to be ready for it. And we went to Kent State, and I felt bad like leaving her behind. It got to the point where she couldn't even travel and come to our games or anything, just because if at any moment they needed her to go in and have the baby, she had to be ready.
Now, Becky had a plan to get home if something happened. Luckily, it wasn't needed. Savannah didn't end up having the baby while Becky was away, but it wouldn't be long now. Just a few days later, Savannah's doctor called saying it's time.
I was sitting right here on the couch. I was literally about to go get my nails done. Like I just grabbed my car keys and I was about to walk out the door, and my OB calls and it's like, so you're going to the hospital and you're gonna be induced. Like, it's time to have the baby.
Literally, I'm in the middle of film and I'm very locked in during film and we're all focused, and JC starts walking up to the front of the film room. I'm like, what's up, coach? Like, what do you need? And she's like, you need to take a call. And I knew in that moment, the whole team knew in that moment. So I literally like hopped out of my seat.
It kind of all hit me in the moment. I was like, we are having the baby, like, today.
We're feeling good.
Living our best life.
Yep.
So
We'll keep you posted. Goals.
On March 5th, 2024, Banks Allen Burke was born.
when he came out to see him, and then for them to put him on top of her and like have those moments and have some pictures and some videos to like, we watch him all the time. Like it was like, you know, it's indescribable. Everybody always says that. And then how you feel when he's actually born, like the love and like new purpose you have. It really is indescribable, but it was incredible.
The following week, Becky and UB women's basketball headed to Cleveland for the conference tournament as Savannah came and brought Banks as the couple tried to balance taking care of a baby during the biggest moments of Becky's career.
The MAC tournament, we were there for 4 or 5 days. What, an hour of sleep a night? Yeah. It was wild. I'm trying to be at my A game coaching in the Mid-American Conference tournament, and he's in the hotel room, and we're all just there hunkered down, and it's like I'm prepping all day or coaching a game, and then I come home, and it's like, now we gotta take care of him all night. So we were in the trenches. We really, really, really were.
And it was all worth it. The Bulls upset #1 seed Toledo in the MAC semifinals in just Becky's second season as head coach. And while they fell short of winning a championship, the real victory was at home.
We talk about winning and having success with basketball and all those things, and that used to be the only thing I cared about, and now this puts it in a totally different perspective for me.
Heather Prusak, News 4 Sports.